Well, I suppose you're all wondering who my last guest is going to be. It's the one and only Roland Rat. Come on, Roland. You're in for a bit of a shock.
Yours, is it? Not exactly, no. The ventriloquist had just gone for a cup of tea. And I just come out for a bit of fresh air, like. But then again, you in airport security, you'd know all about dungies, wouldn't you? Move along, smart ass. So I start moving along towards the check-in desk. And then I had to run the gauntlet of ridicule from all the maintenance lads. They're going, oh, he's getting buried in the morning. Ding dong, the bells is gonna chime. Don't stick your nose in, he's decomposing. Get into the church on time. Anyway, the next thing you know, I'm in Abu Dhabi airport, right? And the customs officer is insisting that I open up the old coffin. And he stood there with his long flowing robes on, epaulets, peaked fez. Open sesame. It's all that. Anyway, he opens it up for him. First thing he pulls out is my Mick Jagger wig. I says, oh yes, that is my Mick Jagger wig. You know, Mick Jagger. Come here, look, he's got long hair like this, right? And he's got big lips. And they sort of stick out like that. And he sort of like licking them all the time. And he's sort of a really diaper-looking cat that likes jumping about and freaking out and stuff. I won't tell you what's gonna be. You're gonna give your love to me. Love the last more than one day. Love is love the night fade away. Love is love the night fade away. I was there for hours trying to explain it all away. And if that wasn't bad enough, when I get to the hotel, 5-star hotel, mind you, found a toenail in bed, still attached to an 18-year-old Filipino girl. I asked her to leave, but she couldn't understand English. So I had to try explaining the situation in mime. Right, you, beautiful Filipino girl, but me, very happily married, 5 children, and her father, very strong. The room screaming her head off. And you know, Abu Dhabi is a strict Muslim country, right? And one of the strange facts about the place is that whenever they build anything, like hotels, houses, whatever, they're always constructed in such a way that all the toilets are always facing north to south, so that not one Muslim bum faces Mecca. It's considered blasphemous to Allah. But what they don't realise is that the fact that they are facing away from Mecca means that millions of Muslim bums are facing Rome instead. Which probably explains the Pope's distinctive expression. When I eventually got to the gig, well, I was amazed at all the Muslims standing around the bar drinking. I thought it was against their religion, but there they were. Dozens of them guzzling pints of lager. Probably flying carpet fitters on the way home from work. Having a swift jar. But of course, most Muslims don't drink. It's just the isolated minority. I mean, they've got more sense. Alcohol destroys brain cells rapidly. Politicians drink a lot. And make statements like, those were the days when I was Home Sweet Home Secretary. If only I knew now what I knew then. But fortunately, I don't drink as much as I used to. No. I used to be one of those wallies that goes on a wild bender, down in vodkas and whiskies and beer and Burno. And eventually gangle in the house, having spent the last half an hour trying to flush a telephone box. And then my little old mum, God bless her, she'd put the old Max Bargraves LP on the... turn it up full blast. And all the room would start spinning round to this. When it's spring again, I'll bring again tulips from Amsterdam. Like the windmill keeps on turning, my heart keeps on... Well, you've got to admit it's much more hard jigging it than sticking your finger down your throat, haven't you? Week as well this week. Takes you to Yates's Wine Lodge. An Alky's paradise. Here at Yates's Brothers, where the Amoroso sherry doesn't get you, the Bristol cream will. Here at Yates's Wine Lodge, just about as far as you can get from the lifestyle of California. And unlike California, here at Yates's Brothers, there's no need for such luxurious plastic surgery. Because everybody's ugly. Have you ever been into a Yates's Wine Lodge at all? No? Great places. Oh, what? Yeah, you must go in. Probably the best time to go in is just before closing time on a Saturday night. And there's been a good spillage of Australian wine over the evening. And it's built up to a quarter of an inch thick of tacky, syrupy goo. Which is great for the customers because they can all lean further before they fall. Alcoholism is a social disease that's always more acceptable in show business. Let's face it, if you're an alky in any other business, you're a drunken bum. If you want in show business, it's all right because you're a hellraiser. Like Oliver Reed. Good old Ollie. He's calmed down a lot now, you know, since he's got married. He's more interested in domestic pursuits like stripping paint. And the list of hellraisers is endless. I mean, you've got your Trevor Howards and your Richard Harris and your Dennis Thatcher. You know, I once saw a documentary about Richard Burton. Now, he could drink. Could he shift some stuff? Oh, it was 50 years before he had his first hangover. I knew it was a bloody good one when it came. And he said he hated theatre audiences. Perhaps this is why he drank so much, I don't know. But if he thought theatre crowds were bad, he would have had a hell of a job coping with all the abuse that you get thrown at you in some of these bingo-worshipping working men's clubs. Right? Get off, you pillock! You're going down like Bobby Crush on an oil rig. Hey, Frank, what's his name? What? Richard what? Richard Burton? That's a name to remember. Well, remember not to book him again. We don't know what the hell you're yakking on about, pal. Get off! I am feeding caviar to pigs. This vintage wine that should be savoured, going down in swigs. For this is yet another of those nauseating gigs where I am feeding caviar to pigs. My first joke, not a titter, not the flicker of a smile. My next line, so inventive, you missed it by a mile. I'm feeding caviar to pigs. It's stifling my style. But never mind, you all can play your bingo in a while. I am feeding caviar to pigs. A Rembrandt in a junk shop, unrecognized by every Tom, Dick, and Harry, breathing in the smoke from all the cigs. Here, feeding caviar to pigs. Granted, there were times when I would pander to the demands of light relief. But Shakespeare wrote for king and peasant, vagabond and thief. A horse! A horse! My king for us, Mr. Grimsdale. You should see your faces. Shame. Shame on me. And shame on you. To laugh at such blasphemy, the mortal words of mine that echo through the auditoriums of time. You drained the lifeblood from me and left a whiter shade of stale. I suppose next you'll expect me to impersonate Rick Mayall. Come on, get a boring old Shakespearean thought out, Jones. Is that what you're gonna have to do, Luke? Isn't it, everybody's? To me? Or not to me? That is a question. Whether it is never in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. On Neil's lentil and chickpea stew. Hey, come on, it's not that bad, Rick. Hey. Ah! Stop. These wretched TV images, like Banquo's ghost, appear to haunt my each and every word and action held. Sir dear. And what are the BBC giving us? They're going to Shakespeare. Oh, all right, then they're going to Shakespeare. There's more. Come here. There's a portion of the back. Come here. God! What am I doing? Shut up. You bloody stupid people. Stools you are! Oh, stool him over a sword! Shut up! Festering in the bowels of incompetence. Oh, yes. How Macbeth was right. Out, brief candle. Life is but a walking shadow. A poor player who struts and frets is out upon the stage and then is heard no more.